Yo, 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 what is up, guys? I'm back with another video. Today, we are going to be doing another tier list video, and everyone seemed to like it, so I'm going to do another one, but it's going to be on all the monsters that are in the game, or the hazards, I guess, because the turret and the mine are on here. I feel like those ones should also be on this tier list, because they can kill you.
I fucking
Anyway, so basically how this works, we got level D, level C, level B, level A, level S, and level S+. Basically, the less harmful the monster is, or the hazard is, the lower it's going to be on the tier list. So for example, the flying locusts, we all know they're level D because they don't hurt you at all. They don't pose any threat. They don't do any damage. They're like, you literally can't die. Let's just get into this. Before we get into it, are you subscribed? It would really help if you guys subscribe. Start off with the Bracken. The Bracken is a pretty good one to start out with. He's very he's very weird. The way he works is very weird. He's very easy to like counter, I guess that's what you would say. If you're someone that has good awareness and you look around a lot, you're probably not gonna die. But there is that one off chance where you enter the facility and it's like right out the gate he snaps your neck. That's happened to me so many times, and it's like you can't really stop that. Like when you go into the facility, usually it takes a little bit of time before some of these guys to spawn in or something like that. No, so there's sometimes the Bracken, bam, he's there. But he's not like incredibly deadly. He is very common on all maps, so I will be putting him at A tier for now. Of course, I could move this around towards the end of the video. Let's go on to the spider. Spiders aren't really too deadly. I feel like they're less deadly than the Bracken because they are pretty easy to kill. That's like 2 or 3 hits from them. They can be a nuisance because they fill the entire maze part of the map with cobwebs, so you're gonna have to hit them with a shovel. And they do a shit ton of damage. They can basically one hit you. So I'm gonna put them at B for now. Alright, let's get on to this bird looking thing. I'm not really sure what the name of this creature is. Yeah, these guys are basically harmless. They can kill you if they are in a large pack, but as long as you like kind of yell at them, then they shouldn't harm you. But of course, if there's enough of them, they'll probably overrun you and kill you. The likeliness of that happening is so little that I'm gonna just put it into C, because you can die to one. I have died to one before. Beehive now, or the bees, we'll just say that. Bees itself aren't too dangerous. You kind of have to initiate contact with them for them to actually kill you, unless if you steal the beehive and they're just flying around the map trying to find a beehive. So I would probably put them at a C. If I feel different later on, then I'll put it into B. But I think C is a good spot for it. Alright, the coilhead. I personally think the coilhead is the creepiest, scariest guy in the game. He's definitely not the most dangerous, but I think he's definitely an S, because when there is one of these guys on the map, they are so fast and you always have to pay attention to one. Or once there's one in the facility, it kind of always knows where you are. Once you see one, your goal is to get out of the facility. And of course that's very hard, because if you look away from it, then it is so quick it will kill you instantly and put a spring on your head. I'm gonna put at S the worm. Pretty easy to dodge, but if you do get stuck with a lot of weight, you're probably gonna die. So I am going to be putting it in B because it's kind of situational, and if you have a ton of weight on, then you're probably going to die to it. The eyeless dog. Very good one, because at face value, you wouldn't think the headless dog is like dangerous, because all you have to do is like not talk, not make any noise, just stop talking. But that's so difficult to do. It hears footsteps, it hears robot, it hears a denture, walking or running. I mean, it here's everything. You can't really move, and when there's always a ton of them, so it's always very difficult. So I'm gonna be putting it at A. The tree monster, or the forest keeper, or the ground keeper, however you want to say his name. He has a bunch of names. Yeah, this guy he doesn't have any counters other than try to stay hidden from him, but he's so quick you can't kill him in any way other than actually you can kill him, but it's so situational. I've seen someone bait a worm, or not really bait a worm, but the worm, well, the ground keeper, the forest keeper was chasing after him. The worm started to attack him, and then he just ran a little bit faster. The forest keeper died because of the worm. So that is the only time that you can somehow kill the forest keeper. Other than that, if you get seen by him and you're nowhere near the facility or even the ship, you're dead. I am going to be putting him probably at S+. The little girl. She is such a rare monster, but she's always so dangerous. Like, I'm kind of tempted to put her at S+, because if I had to like re-record this part, because it didn't really make sense when I was recording it at first. I'd go over basically why I'm putting her at S+. If she spawns, or if she like exists inside the facility, which is a very low chance, of course, you're on a time crunch because she'll eventually kill everyone on the map. There's no stopping her. It's just like a matter of time. So if you're playing with 4 people, eventually all 4 of you guys are gonna die unless if it reaches midnight. Yeah, and also she comes outside. There is no countering her. You can't kill her. The only way that you can kind of stop her from like killing you is if you just don't look at her. When you look at her, your paranoia in the game will go up higher and that'll cause her to hunt you. It's kind of like Phasmophobia in a way. That's just how she works, but of course she'll always end up hunting you. So yeah, that's why she's gonna go at S+. I'm gonna put her at S+. The loot bug. Yippee. Now these things are like not dangerous at all. The only time that it'll like actually attack you is if you steal loot from its loot pile, or if you get too close to it, like bugging it. Get it? Now, of course, there can be multiple of them, even though they only take like 2 or 3 hits to die. And when they group up, you're dead. Probably a C level, if I'm being honest, because, you know, if you see one, might as well just kill it. The goo. I feel like they recently buffed the goo, where it's bigger. I remember when I first started playing the game, the goo was really small, you could easily jump over it. And now, every single time that I see the goo, it's massive. Like, it covers a good amount of area. Now, of course, you can always still jump over it and lead it and stuff like that. The only time that it is a problem is if some of these other creatures are chasing you and you go through a hallway or a doorway and you're being chased by like a thumper. You know, I don't know. So I am going to be putting this guy at C. The Jester, just like the little girl, you're always on a time crunch. It's just the time crunch is faster. He comes out of the box. He knows exactly where everyone in the building is at. The only way you can stop the time is if everyone leaves the building. So if you're in a 4-stack and 3 people know the Jester's in there and they leave, and the one person that's still in there doesn't know the Jester's in there, well, that person's most definitely dead. This guy speeds up to speeds that are faster than the coil head. Yeah, if there's a Jester, then you just have to abandon the mission. The landmine. Whenever you land on a landmine, it's just so fun. They do pose a threat. I'm going to put them at level C. I'm not entirely sure what I'm looking at. They're like the flying locust. You can't really, yeah, they don't harm you at all. Oh, the mime. He's definitely more deadly than all of these guys right here because he can come out of the facility. You can see him walking around like it's your teammate, and if your teammate's at the ship waiting, he's gonna be waiting there for a long time. So yeah, I would probably say it's a level B. I wouldn't put it any higher, only because it's pretty funny if someone actually puts on a mask. The Nutcracker, the newest monster into the game. It's probably one of my favorite monsters in this game because he's so cool. He carries a shotgun. He's one of the only monsters in the game that kill other monsters, and it just basically walks around and it just scans and then it shoots anything that moves or anything it hears. The only way that you can really counter this thing, if you just have like 2 friends or even like by yourself, you just let it shoot his gun twice and then just go hit it with a shovel and bam, you have a shotgun. I'll be putting him at level S because he's definitely more deadly than the Bracken and Headless Dog. This little roach, yeah, this guy isn't really too bad. If it goes on your head, you can always pick up the shovel that you're always going to be carrying and then hit it off your head, or someone else can hit it off your head, which is what usually happens if you're playing with people. And even if you're playing by yourself, it'll leech off you once you reach critical damage. So I'm gonna just be putting it at, I would probably put it at B. The lizard is such a weird monster because it looks so deadly, but it's literally harmless. It just has a big mouth for nothing. If you get too close to it, it'll do some skunk thing and put purple gas all around and then run away. The Thumper, I feel like at the start of the game it used to be like, oh, if there's a Thumper, you're fucking dead. But he's actually pretty easy to counter. Like, he has a decent amount of health, but he doesn't really do a ton of damage like the spider does. He is really fast, but he does get slowed down once you hit him. So once you hit him once and you just backpedal down a hallway, it's like he doesn't even hit you. But I will still be putting at A. The turret. You really shouldn't die to the turret, but you know, if you get caught off guard, you don't see it. I will also be putting it at B because it's way more deadly than the landmine, and I have died the turret more accidentally. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this list. I enjoyed making it. I think it's pretty good. So from the least threatening to the most threatening. Hope you guys enjoyed this list I have, and you know, make sure to like and subscribe because I put a lot of work in my videos, and you know, peace.